Oh, here we go, back into the swamp. Yeah, thanks. I won't wear my Jordans next time. Look, excited to have the guys back out here, still working hard, still out here competing. I know you guys are probably wondering who's going to play in the game. Everyone that's healthy is going to play in the game. Not sure what Washington is going to do, but it really doesn't matter. It's what we need to do, what we need as a team.
Have you noticed the difference in Drake since the Eagles game? And if so, what do you think that is attributed to?
I mean, it's attributed, first of all, to his hard work and dedication to his craft. This guy comes in early, leaves late every day. He's one of those type of guys, and he's done a great job. But I would also say the coaches have done a good job, meeting with him one-on-one, making sure that he's comfortable in the scheme. But he's absolutely getting better. That was part of the plan.
Jerod, why is playing against the Commanders something that this team needs?
Sorry, say that again.
Why is having all the starters play?
Yeah, to me, the only way to get better at football is to play football. We can run around here in shorts and whatever and tag off, or run out here in full pads and not tackle, and then get to the game and it looks like crap. So I think it's important to get that live action and also to build on our conditioning.
With Drake, how do you balance following the development plan that you guys established against what's happening and reacting to what's going on?
I mean, we always have to be flexible in regards to the plan. Right now, it's all going the right way, right direction, and hopefully he continues to get better.
When you see his confidence grow as he goes about his business and get something out of that game like what he was able to do?
Yeah, absolutely. He made some good throws, and I would say his teammates can see that confidence growing as well, and hopefully it's just an upward trajectory from there.
In reference to the developmental plan, how would you describe sort of the core of what that is?
I'm not going to get too much into the plan, but, at the core, it's just the extra work. We talked about the different tools that we have, and all the quarterbacks are really taking advantage of that, whether it's the virtual reality, the extra walkthrough time, the meetings by themselves. They're just doing all of that extra stuff that's really paying dividends.
Jaheim Bell's a guy who had a pretty good day yesterday by the looks of things. How is he coming along, especially in the wake of seeing guys like Austin and Hunter go down?
Yeah, he's really stepped up to the challenge, and he's taken a lot of reps. He's one of those guys that he has, a unique skill set. He can run with the ball in his hands, and we just have to do a good job getting it to him.
With 3 weeks to the regular season, do you know who your starting quarterback will be? And if not, when do you want to lock that down?
No, we still don't know right now. We have another preseason game, and then a week after that. When I know, I'll let you know.
Gerard, when we talk about confidence with Drake, how does that manifest itself on the field? What's a confident quarterback look like?
Well, let's just rewind a little bit. You pick up and you go to a new state, a new team, all that stuff, and just his routine, he's settled into his routine. I think that's the most important thing for any type of rookie. Going forward, the last part.
If he's more confident, how do you see that? Do you notice it on the field?
So going back to the confidence thing, it's going through your progressions, right? Building trust in the guys up front, going through your progressions and making the right throw.
Do you remember when it clicked for you, first time in the NFL, when you're like, okay, I get this now and what I'm doing?
I don't remember a particular game. My welcome to the NFL was work done catching the ball out in the flats, and it was a one-on-one tackle, and I made the tackle. It's like, maybe I can do this. Some of you guys don't even know work done. Come on.
I know you said in the past.
Sorry. There are guys in the locker room that have never even heard of Cracker Jacks. Think about that. Because I always sing that song, take me out to, and they're like, what are Cracker Jacks? I'm like man, I'm getting old.
I know you said in the past that you like the offensive line, or starting offensive line, to be settled going into week 3 of the preseason. I know things can change, but where are you with that? Do you still think that that's a possibility?
We're getting close. That'll be a discussion after the game.
Go back to the tight ends.
Yesterday, where Jacoby looked like when he was falling through, maybe hit his hand on maybe a helmet or something.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. And one thing I would say, even though they look crazy, the Guardian caps kind of help out with that. Instead of hitting a hard helmet, with your thumb, the Guardian caps have a little more give.
Going back to the tight ends quickly, you volunteered this morning that the guys should be back relatively.
You listen this morning?
Of course, man. Anytime you're talking, I'm listening. That they should be back relatively early in the season. Is Hunter Henry's status for the opener in doubt?
I wouldn't say it's in doubt. I mean, right now we'll have to see. We still have a lot of time. I think he'll be there, but once again, when he's ready to play, he'll be out there.
Rob, regarding the developmental plan timetable, how much does that week between Washington and then game prep for Cincinnati that week? factor in?
Yeah, it's a huge week because now you start to get into that game planning element. Remember, right now in preseason, everyone's just kind of running the same thing. It's very basic. And so even when guys like Jerod Mayo get a chance to go against our defense, right, that he's going to see different looks and he'll struggle at times, but hopefully he learns through those mistakes.
Well, we've seen Drake mix in with a lot of the starters, some of them. How important is it to...
Sorry, there's a bee. Sorry. It was around me. I don't like bees.
Just how important is it for Drake to mix in with the full unit, line, receivers, everything, before you can determine whether he's ready to play?
It's very important, for him to, continue to build that confidence with that group, not only the offensive line, but also the receivers. So it is important.
What was slip and slide day like for you?
It was great. I did it, first time head coach. We had some coaches that did not participate, which, I got after those guys. So we'll do it again here soon. But, it is it's a tradition that's been here for a long time. And for the rookies, I would say it's huge because they have to deal with that adversity because now they're going one-on-ones, but their shoes are soaking wet. And, just to see how those guys reacted to that was good.
We saw Jacoby struggle a little bit at times in the preseason game, throwing that interception in the red zone. How has he responded over the last couple of days?
He's the ultimate, next play kind of guy. And you need that attitude, whether you're a pitcher or a quarterback, you need that attitude. Let's just move on and not get too high or too low.
Hey, Jerod, is having to go through the next hour 45 of practice in a soaking wet uniform, is that part of it too?
It is, and that goes back to the adversity that we try to instill through that, through the slip and slide, and it's fun.
Did second-year guys have to do it? Did you do it last year, or did they miss it last year?
So the second we didn't do it last year, so we brought it back. So the second year guys did it.
You mentioned earlier this week that Clay Jackson would undergo an MRI. Is there any update on him?
No update at this time. Sorry.
How important is this week? I think I also heard you mention it as far as a road game. Your first road game this week, getting ready.
It's huge, not only for the players on the field, but also from an operational standpoint. So it'd be a good test for us, and hopefully we can iron it out. We start the season on the road.
Where do the kickers stand in your mind now? Impression on those two?
Yeah, both of those guys have done a great job, and we've been trying to yell and get them out of their element. Today we won't do that, but it's still a competition, and look forward to seeing who comes out on top.
You said that everyone who's healthy will play in the preseason game. In last week's game, we didn't see Jabril, Kyle Duggar, Juwan Bentley play. Was that injury-related, or did they earn that?
No, they kind of earned that. They had some small things, but they earned that right.
With the kickers, is their ability to tackle going to factor into your decision?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Well, it sounds like with a new kickoff, the kickers might be involved in
You sound like
tackling.
Jelani. Jelani's a rugby guy. He's like, I could just kick the ball. It's like, no, you can't. No, that's not really a big point of emphasis for our kickers.
Jerod, with Wilcox going down yesterday, it looks like the top three tight ends are banged up right now. Just what's the level of concern with that?
Yeah, that room has been banged up a little bit. At the same time, it's going to give guys like Jaheim an opportunity to go out there and get more reps, more quality reps, and see what he can do. Next man up.
We saw Caden Wallace play a little right tackle with the starters late in 11 on 11. Just what have you seen from his development the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, he's one of those guys. He's going to be a very good player in this league. But once again, going back to he's a rookie and needs to see more football. I think it's important for him to get out there and not just Caden, but also Layden. I think he's done a good job as well. And David's been really helping those guys out.
Do you have anybody on the roster, maybe even after Liam, who can play center? It looked like Liam missed a little bit of time in practice yesterday, came back. Is that a group that you're looking at?
Nick can also snap. So,
Yep.
yeah.
But he's missed practice too.
He has missed practice, and that's always a area of concern. So when you carry those extra linemen, you want someone that can play both guard spots and center.
Could Layden do any of that? I don't think he did it in college, but have you guys tried him there at all?
My thing is right now, let's settle in on one spot and go from there.
Last touchdown, he sort of threw the ball. Do you mind that as a coach, those type of celebrations? What's sort of your teaching?
No, for me, as long as you get back in the huddle after a big play and we don't get a delay a game after the celebration, I'm fine. I think you should be excited, and I think your teammates should be excited for you as well. And I would say offensively, it takes 11 guys to really go out there and execute a play. Defensively, if you have a Aaron Donald or something like that, everyone else could mess up the coverage, but he'll get to the quarterback. But going back to your initial question, I would say I don't mind the excitement. I actually encourage it.
Charles Turner's on the roster, played a lot of center at LSU. What's kept him from joining that rotation when you have guys injured?
He's been working on it a little bit, but right now we just feel better with the group that we have. Thanks, guys.